What's going on, guys? I know it's been a little while, but it's gonna kind of be that way until we can catch some traction on the car. That's a story in itself right now. But this weekend, I did something that I have never done before. So I went to an event called GRIDLIFE. It was here in South Carolina at the Columbia Motorsports Park. And basically they have drifting, they have those rush cars, there's like little cars I've never seen before. And then other like racing type style things. A bunch of vendors. It was an awesome time. Like I said, never experienced it before, so I didn't know what to expect. So I didn't take the kids because I didn't know if it was going to be too loud or crowded or how they would kind of deal with walking around looking at cars. So I went with two of my other friends and got to experience what is grid life. So it's a 3-day event. We only went on Saturday because, again, none of us have been to this event before, so we didn't know what to expect. You can camp out there, so we did talk about doing that next year because it goes all day and all weekend, like I said. But like on Saturday, after all the events and stuff are going, they have music and stuff like that. Everybody gets to get together and have a good time. We also should have brought chairs. Also should have brought bags to carry all the merch that we bought. But that's okay. We ended up with some free bags out there. But when we first walked in, it was awesome. So, of course, you get to see all kinds of cars that not just are there, but like the cars that people showed up in. I mean, one guy showed up in a very, very clean RX-7. I'm not well versed in the RX-7s. I just know what they look like. It's not the older one where it's more boxy, but it's like the rounder one. Fast and Furious round, you know what I'm saying? But what was cool, not just seeing all those people roll up, but like when you're first walking in, you're walking next to the track and they're out there doing it's like a smaller track, and they're out there doing drifting. Doing some tandem stuff, doing some like single stuff. Looked like they were doing some practice. That was awesome to get to experience because I've never seen drifting in person. Because after you walk in, like I said, you walk past that track, you basically come into where everybody is parked, all the racers and stuff like that. So you're walking through. Of course, first thing we come to is all a bunch of S chassis, which is awesome because I'm gonna say awesome a lot, but just love seeing my S chassis out of there. There's a nice S15, good S13s and stuff like that. A lot of nice cars. So we walk in, and then we basically beelined it straight to the concessions to get some food because we were a little hungry. So we got there. Well, right next to the concessions is where they have they have a car show where some guys showing off the cars. So there's some really cool cars in there. One of my favorites, though, not a fan of the motor they put in it, but still pretty bad. When I first got there and I parked, I heard this car come up, or I heard a vehicle coming up, and it sounded like a huge diesel truck. You can hear the whine from the supercharger. It's just loud, and all of a sudden it's this S13 with a swap in it. I couldn't tell what it was at the time, but it had a 4-motor swap in it. It's loud. It's awesome. It was awesome. So walking through the little car show area, it was cool because again, you get to see some nice cars. So I'll let you see that right now. A little montage of all the cars there at the little car show.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is.
So then we just walked around we to the vendors, walked up to the Nappy Boy tent. I didn't realize they were going to be there. It was pretty cool. T-Pain wasn't there, but that's alright. Got me another shirt, got me a Pickle Rick shirt. Wasn't able to take a picture with anybody, but just chilling, looking around right next to the Falcon booth too. Saw their nice cars. I've always loved them, and you know, as a drift team. And then the cool stuff happens, right? We walked over to see the Rush cars. Those things are the neatest little things. They're like this. They're basically like, it looks like a go-kart, but with like a I can't remember what motor it said. I think it was like a GSXR 1000 motor or something like that. I can't remember, but those cars are cool. So then we watched them actually race for a little while. So we watched them for a little bit. Moving on from there, we're walking back, and I see a guy I follow on YouTube, Grant Anderson. So I stopped. I got to meet him. Took a picture. That was pretty cool. He drifts and he has a Rush car, so it was neat to see that stuff. The Drift Taxi event. Basically, you could stand in line and ride in the drift cars around the large track. We didn't know that till it was too late, so we just stood up at the fence and watched all the drift going on, which was awesome. Because I'm sorry, I'm saying awesome a lot. It was really intense because they were on the big racetrack. So where we were sitting or standing, because again we didn't bring chairs. Where we were standing, it was on the fence at a straightaway to a big curve, and you just get they're just barreling into it and doing some cool stuff. This one guy in a Beamer, he was trying real hard to get a good like 90-degree enter, you know, to the curve. So he was trying hard. He would get there. He spun out one time. It was. Oh. But again, we were watching it. We didn't realize they had, you know, people in the cars with them. So we were like, why is it like this? And then we realized that maybe some people didn't want them to do too much crazy stuff. They just want to experience it and stuff like that. So some guys were going a little bit slower, but some guys, they were like, you can tell the passenger basically told them like full send, and they did. There was this old car. I think it was like a Challenger or something. I don't know. Set up as a drift car, and this thing would roast some tires. Everybody who rode with this guy was pretty much like either the driver was like, I don't care what you think, we're full send in it, because this dude would just like, it was probably the coolest car out there. You know, in my opinion of the performance and stuff, but there were also a lot of good cars. Then after that, it was basically time to leave. We went back up, you know, stopped at a couple more vendors, and then it was time to come home. So it was a really cool event. It was a beautiful day for it. It was kind of chilly when the sun would go away, but then the sun would come out. So I had a light hoodie on, but it wasn't bad. It was a good day for the event. So we had a good time. I look forward to going to it next year, and hopefully, I think we talked about camping out there. So for the whole weekend, that would be a cool event. Camping out there and experiencing like the whole event, like with the music and everything. So yeah, that's what we got going on. That was what we did this weekend. Now, today, I had to head over to some friend's house. And now you're probably thinking, like, what are you doing with this thing right here? Well, if you made it this far into the video, like I said, the car is at a standstill. We've got some title issues going on right now, and so we're working on that. And I'm not gonna do a bunch of stuff to the car until I have the title, fully in my name and everything. So, the car is at like just a full standstill. So what we did is we decided to get into another hobby. Still in the cars, so we're still going to use this channel. We're going to show you my little hobby, and that is we're going to get into drifting. RC cars. No, we found this. My buddies that I went to GRIDLIFE with, they got into it before me. I started looking into it because it just looked cool. And he's going to host an event, and so I started talking to him, and then we were hanging out, and so I got one, and so I'm going to show some of that RC drifting, putting the cars together. It's pretty cool. It's like if you merged like model cars within RC cars, because like there's so many cool things you can do, like the bodies, different bodies, you can paint them. It's a huge cool hobby. And so yeah. So enjoy that little bit of content until we can start getting ready for the car again. It will come back, promise. But this will be a cool, fun thing to show, and maybe I can spark a little interest into some of y'all and getting into it as well. Let's bring it. It's very prevalent overseas right now. There's stuff going on here too, but like let's do it. Let's bring it over here and make this something else for people to do. Right? Another financial mistake. Not just cars, but let's do cars and RC cars, because it'll be fun. These things are awesome. Super fun. Appreciate y'all hanging out.